Sonic the Hedgehog is a blue cartoon character that is very fast. That's it for today. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. What is Sonic the Hedgehog? Well, the simple answer is this. This is Sonic the Hedgehog. He's blue, and he's got buckles on his shoes. Michael Jackson, you got buckles on your shoes, but where you get a load of this guy? But the real question is, what is Sonic the Hedgehog to you? If you're watching this video around the time that it premieres, Sonic the Hedgehog is a franchise just turned 29 years old. Over the course of a nearly 3-decade career, Sonic has appeared in over 100 video games, several different comic book and television series, and now even films. But what is it at the core of this character that makes him a lasting icon? To investigate this further, we need to look back at his creation. In the late 1980s, Sega, along with every other major video game company, is in a heated war with Nintendo to gain control of the console market. Sega holds an internal contest for its artists to pitch the new company mascot to take on Super Mario. Several pitches are thrown in, including a rabbit, an armadillo, and even a caricature of Teddy Roosevelt. Around this same time, programmer Yuji Naka has an idea for a high-speed action platformer, inspired by the feelings he would get as he tried to beat the original Super Mario Bros. As quickly as possible. Sega eventually settles on a character named Mr. Needlemouse, created by Naoto Oshima, as their new mascot. Oshima's character and Naka's concept are married together to create the game we now know as Sonic the Hedgehog. But when pitching the idea overseas, the internal reactions were mixed to say the least. Sega of America's Madeline Schroeder and her team went to work on localizing Sonic for a Western audience, literally and physically rounding out the character, removing things like his rock band backstory and human girlfriend. The concepts America eventually developed into their Sonic Bible would change the way Western audiences experienced and received the character, but we'll touch more on that later. June 23rd, 1991 arrived, and Sonic the Hedgehog was introduced to the world. The basic plot was simple. Sonic, a speedy young hero, had to stop Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Robotnik in the West, from turning his lush green paradise home into a mechanical wasteland. While the gameplay is a fun and exciting contrast to other platformers at the time, there's one major thing that sets Sonic as a character aside from his competitors. When you set the controller down to go grab yourself a Lunchable from the fridge, Sonic didn't just sit still like other gaming characters. He'd look directly into the screen and tap his foot impatiently. What seems like a small, inconsequential thing now was an incredibly unique way to cue players into what this blue blob of pixels was all about. Sure, he's here to save the day, but he's here to do it on his own time, and he's gonna wag his finger and smirk in whatever comes in his way. And I don't know, at some point hot dogs got involved, I guess. Advertising played into this attitude role heavily, especially in Western markets, paving the way for interpretations of the character in multiple television and comic book appearances. Sonic began to be everywhere, at one point even surpassing Mickey Mouse in a Q-score test for recognizability. But as gaming began to shift into the 64-bit era, the brakes began to pump on the Sonic the Hedgehog hype train. With no major mainline game entry since 1994, aside from the milquetoast Sonic 3D Blast, fans began to get restless, and Blue Blur was losing relevance in the gaming zeitgeist. It was going into this next era that Sega decided it was time for a change. 1999 brought the dawn of the next console generation, and Sega was ready to blow consumers away with the Sega Dreamcast, boasting an all-new Sonic the Hedgehog along with it. Sonic Adventure introduced audiences to a Sonic with longer limbs, green eyes, and a fully voice-acted story. It also introduced audiences to this pose. Bet you never seen a guy in a suit do that before. As the series began to evolve, it took on a more self-serious tone and realistic approach to its storytelling and aesthetic. This paved the way for the next generation of fans into the new millennium, and allowed for the characters to be explored a little deeper than ever before. Over the next few years, several gameplay styles would be attempted to varying success, and into the advent of the internet, the results of certain plot points became the source of ridicule. But a few jokes wouldn't keep Sega down. Aaron Weber and his team evolved Sonic's social media presence into a meme goldmine, poking fun at the series' past and embracing its flaws. Now, in 2020, the Sonic the Hedgehog feature film is one of the top-grossing releases of the year. Even through all of the ups and downs this franchise has gone through, year after year, it still manages to rein in new fans. Why is that? It's that attitude, baby! When creating the character, Naoto Oshima cited Michael Jackson and Bill Clinton as inspirations. Between the get it done now philosophy of the American president and Michael Jackson's effortlessly cool nature, Of course the character was a hit with 90s audiences. But you mix that with a design based off of timeless characters like Mickey Mouse and Felix the Cat.
Baby, you got a stew going.
All of these inspirations mesh together to create a character with a confidence that's easy for audiences to identify with and root for. When I think about why this character has stuck around and resonated for as long as he has, I'm brought back to conversations and stories from fans all over the world that have explained how this franchise has changed their life. Whether it's introducing them to new friends or giving them the confidence to take on daily tasks that they used to find daunting, I think it's pretty powerful. What is Sonic the Hedgehog? He's the reminder to help out others around you and pay it forward. He's that voice in the back of your head that tells you to try out that roller coaster you're so scared of.
Ride my roller coaster!
He's a shining example that you can hit the lowest low, persevere, and come out a better person at the end of it. Sonic the Hedgehog is what we strive to be. Sonic the Hedgehog is all of us. But he's also Michael Jackson and Bill Clinton mixed with Mickey Mouse. That's a thing. Thanks for watching. This video was kind of an experiment for me. I've never done anything in this style before. So if you liked it, please let me know by hitting the thumbs up down below and subscribing if you want to see more. I'm hopefully doing a Sonic-centered video once a month on this channel leading up to the 30th anniversary of Sonic next June. So I hope to see you at the end of it. And thank you again so much for watching. And happy 29th birthday, Sonic. We'll see you later.